We're staying with the chickpea theme at the moment, and as well as being able to make a stir fry, you can also make hummus. And hummus has become very popular, hasn't it, here in Australia? And it is a lovely spread.
Yes.
And you can buy it in the supermarket. There are many different brands available, and that's fine. But many people who have come to our cooking demonstrations have said, now that I've tasted the homemade, I will never buy it again. It really has a lovely fresh flavour.
And it's quite easy to make.
And it is very easy to make and very economical. It's not expensive. So let's put it together. You do need to have a food processor or a good vitamizer to be able to make this. So we've got some chickpeas, and this is 1.5 cups or 1 can of 420 grams of chickpeas.
So that's cooked chickpeas?
That's cooked chickpeas, yes, please. They do need to be cooked. Thank you for saying that. Because some people feel that seeing that we're going to mix them all, perhaps just soaked chickpeas is all right, but they do need to be cooked. Okay. Very important.
So if you have to soak it, you have to soak it for a few hours.
6 to 8 hours, yes. 6 to 8 hours for soaking. Then you need to drain the soaking water off, start off with fresh water to cook it.
Yeah. But it's just as easy to actually buy the cooked chickpeas in a can.
Yes, and they're not expensive. And so I purchased a can today. That's garlic that we've just put in. We've also got some olive oil, tablespoon of olive oil, and we have a couple of tablespoons of tahini. And so that's the sesame seed paste that we use to add to a mayonnaise for our avocado salad. And so we're also going to put it in here. All right, and some lemon juice, as well as just a little water. Again, the water will depend on just how dry or how moist you would like the recipe. I've got a tablespoon here, but I may just put only half of it in, and we'll just process this for a few seconds until the chickpeas are actually quite smooth and creamy. You may want to just scrape down the sides, and we do need that extra little bit of water. And so that's exactly 1 tablespoon of water I've added. Just scrape that down so that we haven't got a large amount. And when you're working with small amounts in food processors that are about this size, you do need to scrape it down because they're made actually for larger amounts. You can probably make that a little smoother still, but I think what we've got is quite acceptable. Let's have a look. We'll scrape that into a bowl. Let's take it off here. And this is just the quantity from 1 420 gram can of chickpeas. So you do get quite an amount of dip or spread. This is actually lovely. I don't know if you do that, Jade, but I put it on salad rolls instead of margarine.
Yes.
And that's really lovely because you're not only adding nutrition, but you're also adding flavour.
Flavour into it.
Yes. And so that's the dip. And now we're going to have a look at how to make pita chips, roasted pita chips.
So I'll put this aside.
Yes.
While we do that.
What you need is some wholemeal pita bread and a pair of kitchen scissors or else a knife. It doesn't matter, whichever you prefer. And you just cut it in half and then cut it into slices and any size pieces that you'd like, really. And what you'll finish up with is beautiful, crisp, and I'll just break one so you can hear it. Hear that? Beautiful, crisp pieces of pita bread that are delicious with dips, but they're also really nice with salads. And I serve them with salads, and my grandchildren love these toasted chips. and they're just pita bread and nothing else. Now you can spray some oil over the top of them and you can put flavouring on. I actually don't do that, but you can do that. So all you need to do is to cut the pita bread into strips, or with a knife cut it. Just like that. Just into pieces. And these are put onto an oven tray, a dry oven tray. Don't put oil on it, not necessary. Just a dry tray, and you can overlap them, as you can see. Don't heap them all up, because otherwise the heat's not going to get to the bottom ones. And so it's just a matter of cutting.
Or you can make them into triangles.
Yes.
Make it look good as well.
Yes, and you can buy the small pita bread and just cut it into 4 or 6, and so you've got a double triangle. Some people also separate these and make it into single chips. I prefer the double ones, but you can actually have them as single, and they're really crisp and crunchy. And so just layer them like this on the tray, and you do that, of course, with the rest of the pita bread, and just bake it at 180 degrees for about 10 minutes. Or depending on your oven, it may need to take a little longer, but you will know they don't really go brown. They change colour a little, but it's the crispness that you just need to feel them, and you'll feel if they're crisp or whether there's still moisture there, and just leave them a few minutes longer if there's still moisture there. Once you've got them cooked, as we have here.
Okay, I'll put this in the oven.
Yes, thank you. Once they're cooked, you can then keep them in an airtight container, and they will keep for 2 to 3 weeks. And so that's a bonus too. So you can have these in the cupboard, and when people come, you can serve them with a salad, or you can serve them with the hummus dip, as you can see there.